This happened after Russia launched a record number of drones, 188, on Ukraine on Tuesday during a massive attack that damaged critical infrastructure in the western part of the country, according to Ukraine's Air Force. Each such attack proves that air defense systems are needed in Ukraine now, where they save lives, not in storage bases, said President Volodymyr Zelensky, urging allies to help his country strengthen its air defense capabilities. In his remarks on Thursday, Russian President Vladimir Putin warned that he would consider further launches of the new Russian medium-range ballistic missile called Orshnik, which was used last week to attack Ukraine's Dnipro region. We will respond to continued strikes on Russian territory with long-range Western-made missiles, including the potential continuation of Orshnik tests in combat conditions, Putin emphasized. The Russian Ministry of Defense stated that it selects targets for strikes in Ukraine. These may include military facilities, defense industry enterprises, or decision-making centers in Kyiv. Earlier, Putin said that Moscow also considers itself entitled to use weapons against military facilities in countries that allow their weapons to be used against Russia. Russia's large-scale nighttime attack on critical energy infrastructure in Ukraine was a response to strikes on Russian territory using American ATACMS missiles. Russian President Vladimir Putin said on Thursday. Putin stated that Russia struck 17 targets, which he described as military facilities, defense industry objects, and their support systems, without acknowledging hits on power supply infrastructure. As I've said many times before, there will always be a response from our side to the use of American ATACMS, Putin said during remarks made at a security summit in Kazakhstan. More than 1 million households in Ukraine were left without electricity after the airstrikes, Ukrainian authorities reported. This was the 11th large-scale Russian attack on Ukraine's energy supply this year alone, according to data from Kyiv's Ministry of Energy, a strategy that has led to nationwide rolling blackouts. Energy Minister German Galishchenko stated that Ukraine's energy system suffered a massive enemy attack overnight, adding that the strikes took place across Ukraine. Bombardments have intensified in recent months, leaving Ukraine in a precarious situation as the war enters its third winter. Immediately after the strikes, Ukraine's energy operator introduced emergency power outages in many regions, with major outages in the western regions of Lviv, Volyn, and Rivne. Officials reported that at least 5 people were injured, including 1 in central Vinnytsia Oblast, 2 in southern Odessa Oblast, and 2 in the capital, Kyiv. In Kharkiv, a missile hit a civilian business, according to local military authorities. Air defense systems were activated across the country, with damage reported in 14 regions, the Interior Ministry said. In Kyiv, residents sought refuge in metro stations as air raid sirens lasted over 9 hours due to a combined missile and drone attack. Authorities said there were no immediate reports of casualties in the capital. This morning, I heard 3 explosions, said a resident of Volyn Oblast. He added that electricity was cut off shortly afterward. Earlier, authorities reported that around 215,000 households in Volyn Oblast were temporarily left without power. I have a portable power bank for charging my phone, but I didn't buy a more powerful station because I didn't take such attacks seriously or think missiles would reach us, the resident said, adding that Russia previously focused on attacks in eastern Ukraine. But they did reach us.